runner's knee. Ugh. This is one of the most common and dreaded issues a runner can deal with. You're just running along, minding your business, when out of nowhere you get that pulsing ache right above your kneecap. And no matter how much you want to rest it, roll it, or massage it, it always seems to come back. Now, if this sounds like you, then keep watching because I'm going to show you the easiest way to eliminate this issue so you can make sure your knees are always ready to hit the pavement. What's up guys, Matt Pippin here, and I've been a strength and mobility coach for over 15 years, helping over 1,000 professional, collegiate, and everyday athletes move, feel, and perform at their highest level. And today I'm going to show you a mobility exercise that will safeguard your knees faster than resting, rolling, or icing. Now what most people don't realize about the knees is that there is a rotational component. Everyone knows the knee is meant to flex and extend. However, no matter if you're running a rugged trail or the flattest surface ever, your foot is always landing at a different angle, like so. If your knee can't go into these positions effortlessly, the knee will start breaking down. Now, how do we make sure our knees can handle these positions? We start getting our tibias to rotate. Now, the beauty of this exercise is that you can do it pretty much anywhere. And so I'm obviously doing it sitting in a chair, but you can also do this from like a lunge position. As long as your right knee or your left knee, whichever one you're working, is bent to 90 degrees, you're pretty much good to go. Now, I personally kind of like doing it in a chair because it's just the easiest way. There's no load here, there's no instability. So if you're trying this out for the first time, please try it in a chair because it is the easiest way. Now, we got to find our landmarks. And what I mean by that is we actually want to feel bones moving around. So if you take your fingers, one on the inside of the kneecap and one on the outside of the knee, and then you're going to slide down. You're going to feel these ridges. So if you look really closely here, I'm on the inside of my knee, and if I come down, there's a big piece of bone here, and if I go behind it, it's tissue. I want to be right on that bone. Now on the outside, I want to do the exact same thing. I want to slide my fingers down. There's like a little ridge, like a little nub here. I want to get right behind that. Now, keep your knee at 90 degrees. You're going to have your ankle at 90 degrees as well. From here, you're going to try to push the bone out to the side. From here, it's like I'm pushing the inside bone out to the side. I'm going to hold. Now notice how far my foot is turned out. And you're going to feel this bone right here in the front. That's your tibial plateau. He has to go with it. So this is what we call external rotation of the tibia. Most of the time, this works pretty well on people. Now from here, I'm going to now use my outside hand to push the bone inward. And notice I barely get inside 90 degrees, and this is now internal rotation of the tibia, and this is where most people lack. Especially if you kind of walk duck-footed, you're going to have a hard time with this, but that doesn't mean you can't do it, you just have to practice it. Now from here, I'm going to continue just to use my fingers to kind of push the bone to the outside, push the bone to the inside. Now we're just going to do 10 reps here. Now while we're doing these, really just think like a rotisserie skewer is running through your shin. I don't want my ankle to roll. So if you get to the inside and now all of a sudden your ankle rolls and you start to see the bottom of your foot, that means you're using your ankle to do the job and it's no longer coming from the tibia and the knee. That's a no-no. We want to divorce these two. So we just want to act like we're just kind of a windshield wiper with our foot. When you feel the bone stop moving, you stop moving your foot. And you just keep going back and forth nice and easy. So we got about 2 more on the right side, and then we're going to go do the left. So no matter if you're only having pain on one side, make sure you do both of these. Be proactive and get ahead of it. All right, now we're going to go to the left side. So same concept. Find your landmark, start in the middle of the knee, slide down, get behind those bones, and then you're going to start to move this again side to side. Now you can tell with my left, I got a little bit more range, and that's okay. Nobody's ever going to be symmetrical. Now the end game of this is once you feel like you've really gotten this, you want to start to now slide your hands and actually feel this coming from your hamstring tissue. I like to think of the tibial rotation as kind of like a pair of slings. If my slings pull this way, you'll feel the inner hamstring pulling the tibia internally. If I now transfer it out, it's my outside hamstring. I know that's kind of a weird sensation, but eventually you're going to get it to come from here. But first you got to make sure you get the basics down and you just feel the bones moving. A couple months down the road, doing it without your hands is pretty easy and you'll start to feel it actually coming from your hamstrings. So get a couple more just to kind of make sure you got all 10. And that's it. That was 10 reps on each side. So for programming, I would start out with the 10 reps on each direction at least once per day. If If you want to do them multiple times a day, good, that's a good thing, so keep doing them. So you can do them at your office, you can do them while you're just simply chilling on the couch. Now another time I would do them would be right before you go out on your run to get those knees primed for the road. Now after a few weeks, progress to 2 sets of 10 instead of just 1. And then you can go to 2 sets of 15, 2 sets of 20, and lastly 2 sets of 30 reps, and your knees are going to be well on their way to being fully and functional. Now just on a side note, your hips might also play a huge role in keeping your knees healthy. If you click the link below, you can get my 3 must-have mobility moves to bulletproof your body, including one for those hips that's going to be a game changer, especially if you're a runner. And it's totally free, so check it out. So if you found today's coaching helpful, give me a like or a share so I know what tips you want to see more of. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you're not missing out on all the awesome content we have coming your way. Take it easy, guys, and remember to be strong, be mobile.